and happy Thanksgiving. As you may or may not realize by the name of the title, sorry, I'm just putting this up so I can see who's coming in and out of here. Okay, got a new setup I'm working with today, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I'll be able to see myself on the screen here, so hopefully the amp picks up the guitar and everything. Gonna play the entire Insomniac album for its 30th anniversary, and then we're gonna do Most of Warning for its 25th anniversary. So, let's get to it. I'll have to put the chat up on the screen. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Some guy cutting his grass out here, but I think I'm going to open this up anyway, just to bring in a little bit more light. I don't think you'll hear him cutting the grass once I start ripping it. So, yeah, gonna play the entire Insomniac album from the front to the back. Okay. Let's get this chat put up here. Okay, we're connected here. Got Gemma here. So you will see me walk up to click my pedal. There's nowhere else I have to set it up, but I think this might work out okay. My spare pick here in case I drop one. Okay, let's go. Happy Thanksgiving, Shannon. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see Jim here in a bit. See if I can remember this album. Okay. Let me wet my whistle. Hope you're doing well, Shannon. Thank you so much for coming in. No timeouts tonight. If they don't want to enjoy the show, just kick him out. That's right. We celebrate twice. What's up, Abernews? Abernews. Hope you like Insomniac. Okay, here we go. Armitage Shanks. All right, okay. It should sound better and better as we go on here. New setup tonight, so until I play it back, I won't know at all how it sounds. Okay. Hopefully we get some hardcore Green Day fans who know all these tunes in here. This next song is called Brat. Mom and Dad don't look so hot, this is again. Okay, I'm going to try to notch up the heaviness here just a tiny bit. More low. Okay. What's up, Justin Malboof? Malboof? Is that pronounced right? Malboof. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, these next two cuts had videos for them, so you might know these ones a little better. I wish they played as well on this. It's called Stuck With Me. Okay. Have to get a little bit more. I may have to just tilt this amp a little more towards me. How's it kind of sounding so far? I know that most of the people who watch this have no idea what it's supposed to sound like, but still. Aaron McDonald. You related to Ronald McDonald? We had a Ronald McDonald in Scott's chat. I was like, really? How do you get an official Ronald McDonald avatar? Okay. All right, so the next song is called Geek Steak Breath. Okay. What's up, Millie? Good to see you in here. So nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. Okay, maybe I gotta turn this bass down a bit here. Is sounding okay? Certainly in tune. I had a whole other setup going recently. Was playing out of a basement there up the road, but I had to move the stuff back, so not as much of an echoey sound we're working with here. Okay. All right, even if I good. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. If I grab a heavier pick. Let's try my best not to break a string, because I break a string, then show's over. Try to get through everything today before that happens. I can relate to this next song really well. It's called No Pride. big fight, well, I know I'm not the one. I got no pride. Sense of disconnection, traditions of phosphate. The culture for the street, there's some bullet in my face. Now we need separation to tell us all. Trying to shake history and all your final wall. Never for your pride or you don't jump on it. Take back some values for transition. Others gonna knock you down. For your chance to stand up and fight. Well, I know I'm not the one. I got no pride. Let's go! Got no pride. Got no pride. Got no pride. Got no pride. Okay. It's constantly getting this to sound the way I had it sounding. Getting there, I think. Oh, ooh. Oh no, mid. All right. This next song is called Babs Uvula Who? Play switch, kill switch, engage. That's a tricky one. Hard to sing and play that one. Okay. A song called 86. Doot. Oh, thank you to everybody coming in here. I would have loved to play later, but do have a little bit more energy this time in the day, you know? Just refiguring out this setup here. Okay. So again, back to the mainstream portion of the album here. Okay. All right. Trying to I'm counting good running. Time ticks by. No rest for crossed ups in my mind. Fast one, okay. I'm still just trying to get that proper sound here. Put my mid back down here. All right, got a few tracks left off of Insomniac. Well, Can't believe it. 30 years. 30 years. This is my Insomniac album here. This CD is over 30 years old. I remember getting it Christmas morning, 1995. Pretty awesome. 30 years. It's the release of Insomniac. That thing's older than an antique. Okay. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, Westbound Sign. Okay. Okay, I think it might be a slightly out of tune here. Hold on a second. Let's fix this up so it can sound as good as it can get it to sound. All right. Not easy to put on a performance when you have nothing that you need to put on a quality performance, including space, batteries, fresh strings, good equipment. Unfortunately, all I have is a gigantic asshole to play out of. It's like walking inside of a giant's bunghole. Patch cords are crackling. Some of the sound issues could be because of that. I think my top string was slightly out of tune, so look at that, getting nothing. Stop making videos for a while. Spiff my equipment up. Okay, hopefully this will sound a little better. Okay, let's get this one in. Westbound Sign. just a tuning issue. I just tuned it up right before beginning, so. All right, we'll have to do some extra tunes to make up. Some of that was out of tune. Okay. Didn't sound too off to me. I thought it was like the tone, but okay. I don't think this is the first time or the only time I'm going to be doing this entire album for the 30th anniversary. It's a big anniversary, so I'll probably do this a couple times. Alright. This next song is called Tightwad Hill. Okay, made it to the final track. And we'll do some warning stuff for the 25th anniversary. Definitely gonna want to have to do this again, though. That was a fun one. All right, this next song is called Walking Contradiction. Hey. So before we continue, do some stuff from warning. Get yourself a beverage. I need it for the next segment. I need some more water. More water. Okay. Wearing my appropriate Michael Myers shirt. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Psychotically jolly. Okay, so I'm going to do a wide variety of songs. Pretty much the majority of the Warning album for the 25th anniversary. This first song is called Blood, Sex, and Booze. Okay. Alright, this next one's called Church on Sunday. Let's go! All life's about, folks. Compromises. Some people just cannot compromise. You see her? Right here. It's hard to see, huh? She's right here. It's kind of good. I can stand the amps over here, so I stand kind of in front of it. She's not feeling the loud electric guitar right in her ear. That can be like a slight shield for her. Okay. All right, this next song is called Castaway. Okay. Certainly don't get as many people in here during the day, but I really appreciate you guys coming in and hit the like button. Maybe people will watch it later when they're off work, have more time. I guess it is Thanksgiving, so a lot of people probably eating bird. They're chewing on the bird. We're going to chew on a little bit more bird later, eh there, Gemma? First got to work up a sweat. Let our emotions run free. Okay. So this next song is a little bit trickier to play. I don't play it too often. Is the 25th anniversary of Warning, so... Oh, it's Columbus Day. Okay. Yeah, so I saw Gemma go by there. Try to get her on there. A little bit. Alright, this is called Deadbeat Holiday. Wake up, the house is on fire, and the cat's gone in the dryer. Philosophy's a liar when your home is your headstone. Icon is the last chance for, there's no such thing as heroes. Nothing like sacred text that you done yourself in. Last chance to piss it all away. Nothing but afternoon and lights are going in. Oh, deadbeat holiday, celebrate till we make it silent and high on this summer love. Oh, deadbeat holiday, on your knees and pray. Make it silent and high, but at least turn out alone. Just a fight for the middle of pockets, the kids come back to us. Your only sour is all your long lost memories. And no one gets to find that you give it all and mine. Vacation hotspots is a cemetery ride. Last chance to piss it all away. Nothing but afternoon and the lights are going through. Oh, deadbeat holiday, celebrate till we pay. Make it silent hanging high on this summer love. Oh, deadbeat holiday, get on your knees and pray. Let's make it silent hanging high on this summer love. Holiday, so sad, so sad. Last chance to piss it all away. Nothing but afterpain when all you wanna do. Nothing, give up. Deadbeat holiday, celebrate till we pay. Make it silent hanging high on this summer love. Oh, deadbeat holiday, get on your knees and pray. Make it silent hanging high, let this turn around. Oh, deadbeat holiday, celebrate till we pay. Make it silent hanging high on this summer love. Oh, deadbeat holiday, celebrate till we pay. Make it silent hanging high, let this turn around. Holiday, so sad. Holiday. Okay. All right, now we're going to do Brexton's favorite song. And no, Brexton's not here. That's too bad. Okay. There's a song called Hold On. I'm going to try to do this a little lighter, probably just acoustically, but very light distortion even in the chorus. We'll see what happens here. Just gonna do a acoustic version of it with no distortion, all right? It sounds good in that tone. As I step to the edge of the shadow of a doubt, with my conscience bleeding like a pulse of a drum that hammers on and on, it will reach the break of day. As the sun beats down on the halfway house, conscience bleeding, left up the rest of it as I hold to the break of day. Shannon, you must know the lyrics to this one. Let's send you through, you can sing it. I'm gonna play it again. Even now, that first verse will come to your head that much quicker. Okay? Hold on. I've been waiting a long time for this moment to come my destiny. Wanna think it all over. Downtown, that's what's shining on me. Like a diamond ring on the midnight hour. I'm now close. Jesse! Jesse Hosh. Jesse Hosh. Getting close to the end of the Warning album here. Without a doubt, single out the only way I know, 'cause I wanna be your right. Why don't you go right? out one of my favorite ones to play. It's hard to get that to sound good with, only one line of vocals, no bass. Doing all the distortion changes. A great tune, though, nonetheless. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have something for Gemma here. We get her on the floor. All right, yeah. Bacon, bacon. Sit. Sit. Okay, now hold on. Let me start playing the song. Hold on. Let me start playing the song. Hold on. I got it. I got it. Enjoy. Enjoy. She wants the bacon. think Jesse may have left. That sucks. I was going to ask him to request the next song. Something off the first album, maybe. There you go. There you go. We'll have some turkey later. Turkey later? Turkey later. Yeah. I'm still burping from last night's turkey dinner. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. This next song's called JAR, the Jason Andrew Relvo. Gotta do what's right. Can't run around and work circles if you wanna build a life, but I don't wanna make a plan for a day far away. Well, I'm young and well, maybe all I wanna do is one sounded pretty good. That one sounded pretty good. So this isn't coming up on the screen, Shannon. I very, very much appreciate your donation. You know that, as always. And I always come to you on Instagram afterwards and thank you personally for your donation. But it didn't come up on the screen. That's why I didn't say anything. And it won't let me heart it on my phone right now, if you were wondering. It's not like I'm going, oh, thanks for the 20 bucks. Go fuck yourself. It's more like, oh, thanks for the 20. I'd like to show more appreciation, but it won't allow me to. I don't know why. It didn't even come up on the screen, so. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's, up to technology. Is there something you want to hear, Shannon? Doesn't have to be Green Day. I'll play something else now. If there's something specific you would like to hear, let me know. You see, when you pay, I will play. That goes for everybody. You want to request songs? Sometimes I'm in the mood to play them. But if I'm not, and you leave a charitable donation, you will get to hear your song. It was a Slayer song that I was trying to play. Okay, good. I hope you enjoy the movie tonight. I'm not exactly positive which one you're talking about. Dark Crystal. So many movies with Dark Crystal in the title, Unless it's like a remake of the original one, Dark Crystal from the, was that 80s? I'm sure it will be good, though. I'm sure it will be good. Got a new video going up tomorrow featuring Jesse Hosh. I got to talk to him about it after this performance. We'll see what's going on. Okay. So you can't see her, but she's just chilling right here. Aww. Good girl. Good girl. So last time set I did, I tried to play this Slayer song, Mandatory Suicide, and I forgot the lyrics. Right after I was finished, the lyrics came to my head. It's all I need with any song that I'm a diehard fan of. I just need to hear the first lyric, and then it's like, it's like autopilot. I know exactly, where I am. The ship sails on unless something messes up my concentration. Which is why when comments come up in the middle of a song, I will not answer the comments until I'm done the song. Because I'm in deep autopilot concentration mode. I forgot the first lyric. I'm going to play some of this song now, though. This is a classic Slayer song. It's called Mandatory Suicide. Okay. Felt like ripping a little bit of Slayer here. Hey, in light of the new Ed Gein story on Netflix, play the song that inspired, the song that was spawned from the inspiration of Ed Gein is Dead Skin Mask by Slayer. Okay. Thanks again so much, everybody. I have no way of seeing the time here. Okay. went away and then I took a different path. I remember the face but I can't recall the name. Now I wonder what's her name has been. I got one more for you tonight. This is the year of Ozzy, so you got it. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next time. I'll be doing another live later in the week. Might even be taking everybody around and showing them some of the Halloween decor, all that stuff. 'Tis this season. Thanks again, everybody, and thanks to you who like. Much coming. Brand new video up tomorrow. We never stop here on the Mr. Thrasher channel. No one putting forth better Halloween content than this guy. So if you're new here, hit subscribe. Never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrasher Show. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And happy Thanksgiving.